speakers.
They add value.
They all give you that extra crunch when you need it the most. So, to take it forward, I'd like to invite our general evaluator, Ankur, to spice up the rest of the meeting.
Good evening to all of you once again.
Good evening.
Now let's come to the most important section of this meeting, the evaluation. So to start with, let's start with the prepared speakers evaluation. To evaluate the speaker one, Toastmaster Priyanka, can we have evaluator Toastmaster Mahesh on stage, please?
Good evening, Toastmasters and Toastmaster Priyanka in particular. Priyanka, what was the title of your speech? Essence of our country, exactly, alright. I was impressed. Here actually more than it was Descartes, Sunata Tuko Jana, I was impressed. And you really spoke about wonderful strengths of our country, especially when it comes to applying facials and turmeric, when it comes to keeping ourselves fit with the benefits of yoga. And in all these aspects, you did give your personal examples when your mother recommended, but you never listened to them. How we are indirectly increasing the economy of other countries while not following our own traditions. I think you very well spoke on that. You also gave your personal connection that you do pranayama for good sleep. I liked those parts. You also at the end of the speech, during your conclusion, you did mention for people to adopt the practice of Indian culture. I think that was a very well job done, and the purpose of the objective was met, no doubt about it. Few things which could have really taken your speech to a next level or something like this. Instead of saying, when you're talking about India, right, instead of your title just being essence of our country, you could have just rephrased it essence of India. So that would have brought in more connection to the entire speech. The other second thing is, you talked about a gift which your mother gave it to you and you gave it to a relative without you. How many of you think it could be authentic? Because somebody gives a gift, I'll first unwrap it, see it. Only if I don't like, I'll wrap and give it to somebody else. Which most of us do. Agree?
Yes.
Yes, alright. But if mother gives, we perhaps won't do it. Irrespective of who gives it, we won't do it. So that did not sound authentic. You will have to always state something which could really be authentic. Right? Other thing is, how many of you do watch cricket? Alright, most of us. What is the common thing that cricket had and speech from Priyanka had? Speed, exactly, alright. The commentary that is given in the cricket and the rate at which Priyanka gave a speech was, for me, it was more or less the same. It was so fast in certain aspects. Can anybody tell me what did Priyanka mention about discoveries related to mathematics? Discoveries related to mathematics.
It was all from India.
Yeah, because none of the audience, including myself, could not really make out what you spoke about mathematics because of the rate of your speech. So if you can just control them, I think your speech or your intent to deliver some information to the audience will be very clear. In summary, in addition to that, one last point thing is I wanted to add it. When you talked about connecting your mother's gift and starting the context of requirement of India, what I understood is you wanted to say that we give prominence to other countries when we have really in-house baked things which could really be useful. If you had concluded that with your starting, I think that would have made the speech complete. In summary, contents were good, your rate of speech would take to the next level. That's all from mine. Over to you.
Thank you, Mahesh, for your clinical evaluation of Toastmasters Priyanka's speech. I agree with what Mahesh has mentioned. Most of the points are valid. But I just had two things for you, recommendations. One thing that he already mentioned, that the speed was too high. You could have added some pauses in between because what I could not follow are the transitions. You brought in a lot of things from Indian culture like yoga, use of turmeric, neem. Because your pace was very fast, I could not, really follow those transitions. And you could have used the stage in a better way because yours was like Indian tradition versus the Western things that now people are falling for. So you could have used the stage to segment those two thoughts and present the speech in a better way. Apart from that, I think you had a great topic, very pertinent topic, which all of us should follow. And I hope that the message that you're going to give to this audience reaches them and they take this to home and start implementing what you have told this evening. So congratulations on this great speech and hope to see you here often in our club with such great speeches. Thank you. Coming to the evaluator, I think you're a seasoned evaluator and you have already followed the sandwich method of evaluation. Only thing which I thought that you could have really given some kind of a heading to your recommendations because most of your recommendations were related to the speech structures, right, rather than delivery. So you could have said that your speech structures recommendations are these, your vocal variety or your body language recommendations are these, so that we can understand what you are trying to say, right? So you could have just structured your evaluation in a better way, then I think it will take your evaluation to the next level. Apart from that, I totally agree what Mahesh has said. Very well, job done. But both the speaker and the evaluator, so what do they deserve? So for the next speaker, Toastmaster Sanjay, we have evaluator Toastmaster Trupti. Trupti, please come on stage and give your evaluation.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening to Sanjay in particular. Your speech title was very apt, very catchy, which is "Time is Precious," and the way you connected and started with a good quote called from Mahabharata, which I could remember only one, that is time and tide waits for none, which was absolutely great, which really captured my attention towards you, and I was very curious how, because this is a very unique project where you have to demonstrate how you managed your time, right? And I was very curious to know about it, and then let me tell you the great things which you have done today in your speech as content wise. You described two things of your life. First was about how in short duration of time how you were buying car, and in that you also added a humor when you had a heated argument with your wife, and the voice modulation there was apt, which was good. Kudos to you on that. Then second, what I liked and what also was the project purpose was to demonstrate and exercise how to manage a time. A great job. The calculation, I hope people have noted it. If they haven't, I have noted it personally, to manage the time and manage the work-life balance, which is very much required. But as said, however, there is always a scope of improvement. So I have few things to which I have noticed to take this same speech to another level. First is, I noticed eye contact. I could notice that you did not have an eye contact, certainly what I don't have right now as well. You had your eye contact more of ground, at the ground. Instead, I would suggest you, if you could, use the ABC wala format, or you could just use the stage movements and be here and then have your eye contact, or be here and have an eye contact would have worked. Second, the purpose of this project was also to show your personal incident with this same exercise. So if you had mentioned that, would have helped people in understanding better, to take a note of it. Okay, this had helped Sanjay Jain to improve and it really works. I also need to try it out. So that would have helped it. Third, can I know timer how long this speaker
8 minutes 32 seconds.
So, the time you get is 5 to 7 minutes plus 30 seconds, and the time management speed, shooting over time is not recommended. So, I would suggest be mind of time, and then it would be great. In and all, to summarize, a great opening, great content, met the objective, but if you personalize with your own story and be mindful of time, it will take it to another level. With this, I hand over the stage back to Kim.
Thank you, Trupti, for such a clinical evaluation of Sanjay's speech. First, coming to Sanjay's speech, I really admire how you get all these, ideas from. You always bring about something which we really, can use in our life and improve our lives. So, hats off to that. And you started your quote with a Mahabharata quote. You started your speech a Mahabharata quote. That was very apt for the theme that you have for the speech. Only thing that I think Prithu has already brought out, what you could have improved, was the dialogue part of it. You had a dialogue between a husband and wife. It has some humors in it. You could have used some dialogues so that things could have become more, what should I say? It would have more impact to the audience because you have it's a mono dialogue, so that impact was not there. Then coming to eye contact, yes, eye contact was most of the time you're looking towards the ceiling or down, and I think most of the audience fairly ignored. Okay, so you can work on the eye contact and bring out some personal anecdotes to the theme of the speech to make it more compelling for the audience. The highlight of your speech was that work-life balance and that 13-14 hours that you have demonstrated through your presentation. I think that was the highlight of the speech, and that has been brought out very beautifully in the speech. So kudos to you for that. Now, coming to evaluator, I think you have already followed the prescribed way of presenting an evaluation, commendation, recommendation, and then again commendation. You used that, and you have beautifully summarized what needs to be done to improve his speech. So very well done on that. So with that, I think we have come to an end of the evaluation of the speakers. So next, coming to table topic master, John Reno. Incidentally, he is my mentor. It's a long time I got to see him. I can proudly say what he believes. Like he said, walks the walk with you. A mentor is one who wants to walk with you, and he has been walking along with me for last 1 year. I can proudly say that. And he has always been there whenever I need him, whenever I approach him. He is always more than ready to help me. And I hope I am not a very crazy mentee like you had a role play today. And I think you are a seasoned Toastmaster, no doubt about that. And it reflects on the way you carry out the table topic session. You made everybody comfortable before the start of the session, and you first called a Toastmaster to come and demonstrate how this session is being done, and then encourage the guests to come and take the roles. Very well done on that, and you had an outro, encouraging outros for after every speeches. That shows the maturity of a seasoned Toastmaster and table topic master. Topics were very apt, related to the theme, easy to attempt. People were encouraged to come and speak on stage, and your creative turn codes and role plays. I think these are very creatively brought in, which we don't get to see often during a table topic session. That's very well done. Kudos to you on that. Only thing what I could have, I can give you a suggestion is that I think you have carried a diary along with you. So I think it somehow restricted your stage presence, and it was a bit clumsy. So you could have got some seats, and it also would have, some element of surprise to it, because they got to pick a speech sheet and then they get to know the topic. So I think if you could implement that in your future table topic sessions, that would have been great. So apart from that, there's nothing. So a big round of applause for Sanjay, I think you have been doing a great job since you took over this role. And the meeting started exactly at 6 p.m. And I know it becomes very monotonous to say those 5 things in every meeting. And it's up to you how you bring creatively those things every time in a new way. So I think this time also you see your oxygen level in the brain goes up when you walk. I think it's beautifully done. And how do you, and you could connect with the audience by starting with questions, how do you spend your evenings? So, and you've then brought out the importance of mentors and how to effectively use your time for better personal growth. I think that is done beautifully. And you introduced the presiding officer very creatively by saying that let's unbox, she's going to unbox the meeting. So that is very good. Your energy level was high because you set the tone of the meeting. So your energy level is very important to be high so that everybody gets energized and gets really interested and look forward to the meeting. So very well done on that. And you used 3 minutes. I think that is apt. You have completely used timing that was given to you. Only thing, one glitch that I see that once you started off, still there was some video thing happening. Somebody was standing, somebody was clicking photos. Those things should have been set up before the meeting starts. So just take care of those things in future. Apart from that, I think very great job, well done. Thank you. Coming to presiding officer Prakriti, I think you have come in place of the president today. So, as usual, you had a great speech. You started by asking the audience to come and occupy the empty seats in the front. It's a great thing to do. You have welcomed the guest beautifully. And they were welcomed very professionally, rather. But you could have just hold the applauses till the end. That thing, one thing you can implement in future. Apart from that, I think there's a tradition of using a gavel. Every time a president comes, he used to open the meeting by knocking the gavel down. I think during the Mahesh terms, I used to see that religiously he was doing that, and somehow that practice got discontinued. I don't know why. It exerts the authority of the president because you're the president. So try to use that in future meetings. Okay. And you use 15 minutes for your presidential address. Is it the right time slot for a president?
No.
That's what I also felt. Your speech was a bit very long, okay, though it was good, but for a presidential address, I think it was not the presidential address speech. A teamwork could have used that. But for a presidential address, your speech was a bit longer. Okay, so try to limit it within 5 to 6 minutes, whatever time is allotted for a presidential address. Apart from that, I think you did it beautifully. So, great applause. Coming to teamwork, Mukund, I am a fan of you because the kind of speeches that you come up with every time you take up a role, I think it's fabulous. You do a lot of homework and it can be seen. It can be seen because you have brought in a personal story, you connected it with your mentor, you connected it beautifully with that theme. And for the first time, I'm happy that you have used the stage, you have done some stage crafting while describing the format of the meeting this time. So I'm very happy that you are opening up, even though you're a great speaker, but I feel your energy level, the use of stage, there's a lot of scope for improvement. So I'm happy that you're in the right path. And as a teamwork, I just felt that your energy levels should have been somewhat more, right? Because you are the person who actually holds this meeting. So, with the use of more body language, with the use of more stage, I think your energy level can be improved. Okay, just keep that point in mind for your future roles. And the best thing that I liked about you is that you followed the Toastmaster recommended way of addressing the topic and then followed by the speaker's name. Speaker name, then topic. Because I have seen that in this club nobody follows. But it's a good thing that you have brought in. I encourage everybody to use that, whoever takes the teamwork role in future. Yeah, I think apart from that, very nicely done. So he deserves a great. request the tag team to come and submit their reports one by one. First, I'd like to call Toastmaster Saurabh for the timers report.
Thank you all the speakers for delivering their speeches in time. So today I will say it is my day. Can you guess why?
Nobody was disqualified.
No, because of Toastmaster Sanjay. So much insights he gave today on time management that I don't have to say even a single word on suggestions. So with this, let's start. There are some good news and some disheartening news because 2 people have got disqualified. So I will start with prepared speech. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Priyanka, you took 6 minutes, 5 seconds. And speaker 2, Toastmaster Sanjay, you took 8 minutes, 32 seconds. You were talking on time management and you still crossed the time. So just take a little bit look, use a clock at home just to record the time. And then let's come to the evaluator. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Mahesh, your timing is 3 minutes, 23 seconds. And Toastmaster Tripti, okay, she's not there. So her timing is 3 minutes, 13 seconds. And with this, let's move to the last part, that is table topic. Toastmaster Priyanka, you took 1 minute, 40 seconds. Toastmaster Ajay, you took 1 minute, 28 seconds. Toastmaster Shayan, you took 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Toastmaster Hema, you took 1 minute. Toastmaster Yamini, you took 2 minutes, 7 seconds. And Toastmaster Meeta ma'am and Desai sir took 3 minutes and 37 seconds, and that is above the timing. So at last, my only suggestion is to just clock your timings and then deliver this speech. Thank you.
I'd like to call the R counter, Master Sona, to present her report.
It was a fantastic show today, and only some of them used some R counts and a repeat, but otherwise there was no usage of the other crutch words or even the filler words. It was not much. So I got only Mukund used only one, had one repeat, and against Ajay had one used an R count, and Toastmaster Reno had one R count, and Toastmaster Shayan had 2 R counts, and no one else had any.
I request the grammarian, Toastmaster Ali, is come on stage and present the report.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. A very good day overall for grammar. I was just waiting to pick up mistakes and note down all the speakers who were on stage. But kudos to you all, very well done in terms of grammar. However, one bad thing that I noticed was, except Mukund, none of them used the word of the day. So the word of the day is used, is put across there, for a purpose. I suggest everyone to use the word of the day going forward. However, there were a couple of sentences which were used incorrectly. So I'll just read the sentences instead of naming the Toastmasters who used it. So, in the night, what are important, not that much critical, deliver in time. All of these sentences are incorrect. So they should have been, in the night, what is important, not much critical, deliver on time. So if you be a little careful and get your speeches, deliver it a little, with mindfulness, I think it can be great. So
We'll commit to it.
we will commit to it.
Thank you. I request the listener, Toastmaster Aditya, please come and on the
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So let's see how attentive you are from start to finish. Just a few things to note is that when I read out the question, don't give out the answers, raise your hand, and I'll pick and choose the person. And in the interest of time, we just want to have 3 questions, so let's see who was the attentive person. Question number 1, let's start with something simple. what was the budget that Toastmaster Sanjay had to buy his car? He had a budget in mind. Yes, Ali.
10 lakhs.
Yes, that's correct. Next question. This is only for the guests. During Toastmaster Priyanka's speech, she mentioned that she followed the tradition of a certain nationality when it comes to skincare. I think Meeta ma'am raised her hand. She is first.
You said it's for her guest, right?
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am. You are confusing me, ma'am. Yes. No, wait.
Sorry, if it is for members, I also raise.
No, wait.
No, I'm
Okay,
not
let's-
answering. I'm not answering.
let's say no one gave the answer. I just want the guests.
evaluator for Priyanka.
No. I just want the guests. Should I repeat the question?
Yes.
Okay. So when Toastmaster Priyanka gave her speech, she mentioned when it comes to skincare, she followed a certain tradition of a certain nation. Okay, she asked me seriously. Yes, ma'am.
Korean.
Yeah, that's correct. So we'll have it between Ali and Miss. Your name?
Ali's
Okay.
already
No, that's okay.
Acceptable. Fine. So between Ali and Miss Supriya, the final question. This is going to be a toughie. Again, going back to Toastmaster Priyanka's speech, what is the recipe her mother used to ensure she gets no dark circles? And I want all the 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
Yes, Supriya.
It's curd, honey, and turmeric.
That's right.
Thank you, Aditya.
So, listener of the day.
Yes.
That's the listener of the day.
Thank you.
So with that, I have come to an end of my session, evaluation session. And I would like to thank the PE team for giving me this opportunity to be a GE today. This is the first time I'm doing this role in this club. So thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for
Thank you, Ankur, and the travel team for a clinical evaluation. Is the voting link out?
Yeah.
So you can just open your phones and vote for the best speaker, the best evaluator. So, are we done with the voting? I hope people are not texting each other. So I had great fun being the Toastmaster of the day. It was an honor serving you, and I would like to end with this quote. Life is a series of choices, and the choice of your mentor can accelerate your journey to greatness. So choose a good mentor for whatever you want in life, be it Toastmasters, be it anything else in life. A mentor can change your life. And with that, I would like to hand it over to the president.
Well, we are at 7:59, 1 minute to close, and I'm hoping that all the Toastmasters and the guests had a wonderful time today. We at the executive committee had an amazing time putting this meeting together for you, and we hope there was good takeaway, not just for the Toastmasters, but for the clubs and other Toastmaster members as well. So thank you all for coming here, and most importantly, you voted, and we've taken track of all your scores. And can I request the rewards to come to me? Toastmaster Sanjay? Sure. Okay, so while we are getting the scores,
We also have something very interesting that I told you we'll be unveiling today, which is going to come up on your screen anytime soon. So if you want to, we're going to unbox that experience in some time, and just hold on to your horses. It's going to come up soon, and this is for every Toastmaster for the for the entire journey. We're going to keep this in mind so that we all can grow together in this journey of leadership and public speaking. Is everyone excited?
Yes.
Taking the silence to be the excitement. Okay, any guesses? I mean, it's nowhere being put up, but any guesses what this could be?
Educational sessions.
Educational session, trips, okay. Installation ceremony. Anybody else? Speechcraft, okay. That reminds me, tomorrow we're starting our first session of Speechcraft on the 9th of July. It's an open invitation to any of the guests and the Toastmasters to be a part of this session. This is a 7-week crash course for people who are not Toastmasters yet to get one-on-one mentoring on all the topics of what Toastmasters teaches you. And we have educational speakers, expert speakers who are going to come on stage, deliver educational topics for you to improve in your public speaking. So you can come, visit, have a look, and you can be a part of more such initiatives that the Daffodils Toastmasters Club is organizing in this term of 6 months. So if anyone's interested, again, feel free to reach out to Anmita ma'am for more details. Okay, can we have the rewards up? Perfect. Okay. So let's start with the best prepared speaker. Can I request Toastmaster Priyanka to come on stage and collect the award? Okay. Can we have the best main role taker, who is none other than our very dear Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mukund.
No, the background is good, that's fine.
She's very
Switch it on, you guys go this side.
Okay, take one picture with the awards.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Can we have the best listener, who is Priya? Let's give a round of applause. Just a small correction, it's Supriya. We'll just get that changed from this. Yeah. Okay. Sanjay, just make sure. Okay. Moving on to the best table topic speaker, which is Toastmaster Yamini on stage. Okay. I think the next award for the best role taker goes to Toastmaster Saurabh. Thank you. And the last award that we have in store is for the best evaluator, which goes to Toastmaster Tripti, who is not with us here today, but we will hand this over to her. So, like I said, I'm not going to take more than about 5 minutes. I will keep track of that. But can I have my screen and my deck? So we have something very interesting in store, which we want to introduce to the Toastmasters, the Daffodils. So this is something that the VP team has put in place, and this is something to help not just us as a team, but everybody at the club to keep track of our progress, to keep track of our growth at this journey, and how we can all together help each other in improving ourselves as speakers. Okay? You will have to switch on the screen. Okay, so there were some guesses of something regarding installation, something regarding speechcraft. None of that. It's all regarding us in our journey every Saturday where we come together. This is going to be one of the initiatives that we've done, and we would like to hear your thoughts on that as well, which is Wanna come up on your screen?
You want
So,
to take guest feedback in the meantime?
sorry, we can
Yes.
take guest feedback in the meantime. Thank you so much for coming.
Or we
Uh,
skip it. Yes.
Sorry?
Guest feedback we can skip it because timing.
Yeah,
No,
we.
till that TV is up.
I think it'll just be everything else.
Came on.
Thank you. Okay, so while it's also coming up, I will just quickly announce what this is. So, the VP team as well as the executive committee, we've come up with gamification as a medium for us to improve in our public speaking. So, we are going to roll out something called as the Daffodils Premier League. Woohoo! So, the Daffodils Premier League is where every role taker is going to get awarded for the roles that you take up. Be it TMOD, evaluators, table topic speakers, whatever role from the biggest to the smallest, there is no big and small here. All of us play a very important role in our growth of public speaking and leadership. And we have a set of metrics that we've set in place, which is going to come up on your screen. And this is the Daffodils Premier League. So for every role, we've allotted points. Okay? So every Saturday when you take up a role, when you finish delivering that role, you will be given that score, and at the end of the month, when we recognize the Toastmaster of the month, this is the criteria that we will be following, and you will be awarded based on the roles that you take up and the dedication that you show for that role. So the metric is going to come up on your screen. If it doesn't, not to worry, this is going to be emailed and WhatsApped on the group as well as it's going to come up on your personal IDs. So we request all of you to quickly have a read through it. Please feel free to give your feedback to the executive committee on this initiative. This is something which we're doing for the first time, and this is for all of us to learn and grow in this journey together. We want to bring in a lot of gamifications that we all can have fun while we also learn. So I'm just going to leave some space now if anybody has any questions. Yes,
Yeah. Effective now?
Starting from 1st of July, which is already done, we've very secretly done this. We wanted to see in the first meeting to give a trial run on how it works. And we finished the prototype phase. It's going well, and the leaderboard also is ready, which we will start deploying and showing you in the next meeting, which is going to be on the 22nd of July.
Will it be published on a weekly basis?
It will be published on a monthly basis, and every. Okay. So let's quickly move to the next slide and just show you what the metric looks like. So this is the points that we're going to give for each of the roles that have been taken up. So winners at the every club meeting, the awards that we give, you will get a plus 10 based on the role that you've taken. So for prepared speeches, you get 20, TMOD gets a 20, Tabletop Master 15, GE 15, Tiger Team 10. Toastmasters who use the word of the day will get 5. Individual speech evaluator 10. Individual table topic speaker 10. Toastmasters who participate in linkers meeting will get whatever role they take plus 10. So let's say they set as the TMOD for a linkers meeting. So he's going to get 20 plus 10. Toastmasters who take up roles in other clubs which is not a part of the linkers will get a 15 pointer scores. Taking up roles in areas and division programs and events, you will get a 10, and a referral of a new member will be a straight 30. Okay, so we've set this in place for the growth of our club, of our members, of our executive committee. So we're hoping that we get active participation from everyone. Every Saturday we'll be having a leaderboard in the break and just before the meeting starts, which is going to show the top 5 scores. So get ready on the 22nd to see who's on top of the leaderboard. We're going to quickly end the meeting, but I'm open to having any questions if anybody does.
Yeah, that means other clubs is set, no? Then how we have to inform you? We have to inform
You have to inform the VP team that
Okay.
you're going to take a part in another club. Yes.
Any special point for speech participation or contributions to that?
That is a separate thing. This doesn't come as a part of this weekly Saturday meetings that we organize. But that will be kept in mind. Yes, Sarah?
Linkers, what is Linkers meeting?
Linkers meeting is where we have a collaborative meeting between two clubs. Two or more clubs. Different clubs. Okay?
Of the term,
Sorry?
the point system for the term at the end of 6 months.
Would you like to come and say about that? Let's welcome Aji as well.
When we want to As you can see, we are looking at different aspects, but something which we also want to encourage to all the team members, whether they're new or tenured, is consistency, showing up every Saturday. So we want to reward that as well. So not only we going to have winners at a monthly level, but at the end of this term as well, the highest point takers. So we're still kind of discussing, is it going to be the top 1%? We want to keep something in place for the top 3 or top 5, so they're also encouraged to be consistent. So that's also going to be recognized, an initiative that this team has come up with.
Anything for attendance? I mean,
Yeah.
for someone who just keeps showing up every week. I don't see anything there for attendance.
Yeah, so with attendance, what happens is tracking that at an individual level, becomes difficult. We just want to keep it relatively easy, right? Now, let's say for example, some people have come, but let's say they have gone off post the break. So it would be disrespectful for the people who stayed back till 8 p.m. So keeping track of that at a very integrity level becomes difficult. Yes, Mahesh.
The same question.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so this is the initiative that the entire executive committee has come up with. Once again, I'm open to hearing questions and feedback, so please feel free to drop me a message or talk to me after the meeting gets over, and my team will be glad to hear your thoughts. And on that note,
Just one last question. So when you say winner at the meeting, so there are times, right? Like you overshoot, then do you get disqualified, or do you still? Because I've seen times when someone who disqualifies still goes on to win on the vote.
correct. So very well brought out point. So start effective from today, now that this announcement has been made. Whoever crosses the timing, which is 7 plus 30 minutes, will be straight up disqualified, and your name will not be in the voters book. We didn't want to start it from this meeting because it was not announced. But henceforth, this is the communication which should be shared to everybody, because this is also followed for the international speech contest, and we want to follow that for our club meetings as well. So we're prepared and we're all in line with what Toastmasters International asked us to do. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody. Let's quickly sample for a group picture, and then we can call it a day.